Hello, patriotic warriors. Well, let me tell you a story. There was a family in Portland, who, because of the lockdowns, couldn't uh, couldn't pay their mortgage. Now the house was paid off, but they had to take a mortgage out because they couldn't pay their bills. And when the bank came a calling, um, Black Lives Matter and Antifa decided that they were going to surround the house. They were going to assault police officers, break property, do all of the fun stuff that Antifa and Black Lives Matter does. A GoFundMe was set up for the family so they could pay their house off. Over $250,000 was raised for the Kinney family. And uh, and that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough for Black Lives Matter and Antifa. No, no, because here's the strange thing. Black Lives Matter and Antifa are very honest about what their motivation is, right? On a live stream, the question was raised, why do you want to get rid of the police so bad? And the live streamer was completely honest, and she said, because if we get rid of the police, we can start going after the business owners, and then we can go after the landowners. So they helped this Kinney family get their house back. Well, to pay for that, the Kinney family had to allow Black Lives Matter and Antifa to use their house as a staging area for all of their weapons and their Molotov cocktails, just in case the police come a-calling. And the police got wind of this, and they raided the house, took all of the guns, took everybody to jail. And, yeah, thank you, Black Lives Matter. Now the Kinneys, who really all you had to do was just raise the money for them so they could get their house back. No, they were arrested, and they were, of course, the district attorney in Portland's not going to actually keep anybody in jail that's part of Black Lives Matter and Antifa, so they walked right back out. And what did Black Lives Matter and Antifa do? They are now occupying the Kinney's house, and they created an autonomous zone, the Red House Autonomous Zone. From Andy No, Kill PPB, the Antifa Autonomous Zone in Portland has expanded its borders to act as a larger buffer zone. They have written messages around the streets calling for people to kill Portland police officers. They have guards standing at checkpoints, armed guards, mind you. Let's see what else is going on. Here's the autonomous zone. And as you can see, isn't it really interesting that not only are they occupying the Red House here, they have houses all over the place. They have houses here, there's a house here, there's an apartment building here, there's another apartment building here, there's a house here and a house here. And when the Portland Police Department came in to clear it out, just as Ted Wheeler asked them to, they assaulted police officers, broke their property, threw rocks and bricks at them, and chased them off. If I were a Portland police officer, I would go to work in the morning, and I would sit in my car, because I will be damned if I would write one effing ticket for Ted Wheeler. He's the chief of police. He's the police commissioner. Ted Wheeler is the police commissioner, but the only thing that Ted Wheeler has been doing is maligning his own police officers, defunding them, and really just demoralizing his police day in and day out. And when you have somebody like Mike Schmidt, who will, let's see if I can get to it here, put out a statement like this. Now I need to put my glasses on to read this because I'm about blind as a bat. The situation on North Mississippi shows the pressing need for our community to come together to address our housing crisis, economic inequalities, racial and social injustices, and be mindful of the collateral consequence that a criminal legal system can have on destabilizing families and their entire communities. Many in our community would have never known about the plight of the Kinney family and the Red House on Mississippi, but for the neighbors and community members who have refused to stand by silently. Now we understand and feel more keenly that foreclosures and evictions, even when afforded due process, can have cascading effects. The shame is that it took this type of an intervention to bring so many together to want to remedy this situation. Well, here's the problem. This is a direct result of these lockdowns. They couldn't pay their mortgage. They had to take the mortgage out on the house. They already owned the house. They had to take a mortgage out on the house because they couldn't pay the bills, because they can't work. This is the cascading effect of the lockdowns, not a housing crisis. This is that Mike Schmidt, I swear, that guy, that guy. Okay, here we go. Oh, Multnoma's DA office. Oh, here we go. These people were arrested and charged at Portland Antifa Autonomous Zone, but were not booked into jail, likely due to low police resources as officers were being attacked. Malik Farrakhan, Benjamin Einhorn, Coral Kloutman, Stephen Wines, Marshall Piatkowski. It doesn't matter. Mike Schmidt's not going to keep these people in jail. But if you're a Trump supporter and you're not wearing a mask, or if you come out of your house, they'll put you in jail. But these people can do whatever the hell they want. They paid their mortgage off with the kindness of people around the country. They paid their home off. Now they're occupying the Kinney's home. Now they're occupying this entire area. Now they're occupying this entire area. Good for you, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. You are now occupiers. You are now colonists, colonialists, whatever you want to call it, but these people are living in these homes legally, and you have taken over this entire area, and people around this area are scared to death. If they talk to the media, they do it anonymously because Black Lives Matter and Antifa will kill them. But to Ted Wheeler and to Mike Schmidt, it's just the community coming out to spread awareness. I'm speechless, man. I am absolutely speechless at how incompetent these people actually are. That's all I have for this segment. I've done a few iterations of this segment, and yeah, I'm having to keep my voice down because the first iteration I was pissed off and I was screaming into the microphone, and I figured you guys wouldn't even be able to figure out what the hell I was trying to say. So I calmed down, went and got some food, and then came back and did it a little bit calmer. Thank you for listening. Thank you to everybody who subscribes to me. Share these videos with your friends, and if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you on Monday. I think this is about the only video that I'm going to do today, because if I do any more segments or if I read any more news today, I will have to wrap my head in duct tape. there's a lot of news coming out, and Monday morning I think I'll put together a little bit longer segment. I'll bring back Good Morning Portland, and we will see you on Monday morning.